right. So, like,
All right.
we got the 20
Oh,
by...
stream. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm. Hello, everybody.
Ah,
Yeah.
my picture is massive on the stream.
Yeah,
It's a
because it's
huge
usually...
smiling Arthur Morgan.
Oh, actually, I didn't even open
Oh,
up VZ Face.
there you go. Small.
Yeah, I could even just do my own PNG, honestly. It's not
Yeah.
a huge deal. Probably would save me a bit more memory, too. Boop.
Oh, that's where I have all my assets.
Yep, yep. So that's the main problem we have here, is that this is a huge castle,
It
and
is.
even with these 20 by 20 squares, it is just beyond just because I think it was like 17 by 14, so that's 280 by 340. So like, can you imagine that just in 5 by 5 squares?
Pretty big, yeah.
That's what she said.
The largest map I usually do is like a 60 by 60.
Mhm.
So,
I did like your idea though of like a group, just kind of like the group being on a square and like just using the 20 by
yeah.
20
A
thing.
map in Tomb of Annihilation does it. You like explore a sort of ruined city and you
Ooh.
have, a big map where like the scale is
Mm-hmm.
each tile is massive, and you have a party token you move around.
Yeah, I think that would be a good idea. All right. So let's see. This is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so it's a 20 by 28 square. That's like average map size, except, again, the scale is just a bit blown up. But, alright, so let's make on Dungeon Draft, let's go make a, let's see, should it be a 20 by 28? Yeah, I think 20 by 28 would be good.
That's quite small, don't you think? For well, see, you can always change it.
It's up to
Yeah,
you, what do you think?
try that and see how it works.
Yeah, because
Well,
again,
no,
this...
put it as what you want for now, and then if it doesn't
Mhm.
work, we can always change it. It's no worries.
Okay. I mean, the whole point is just, have a more like a blown up map, and then like in doing the encounters, like when we get to those rooms, So let me go ahead and change the terrain to, oh yes, the square, and do it a swamp. So it is swamp.
Swampy. I should probably send you all the assets I've got. They're not amazing, but they're better than the
really?
default.
The default,
There's quite a lot of it, though.
Oh yeah, I mean the default, they get the job done. To be honest, with again the whole theater of the mind stuff. Whether you want like there's like that whole ad thing you got, like where it's just like, oh, the AI dungeon map making tool, and it's got like these just really loud and like big lights and effects, and then I guess when you probably like export it's just like a still PNG, but still. Have you seen that AI stuff like lately? It's actually getting
I haven't. AI is getting good.
It is getting
dungeon AI though.
Yeah, no, I was just saying AI in general, but it actually is nervously getting better. Like where it's, of course, the fingers are all jacked up, but I mean, it's getting. It's not like an octopus on their hands, It's getting slowly better, and that's a thing. A lot of people say like, "Oh, AI will never be able to replace people," and I mean that's true.
It learns.
Yeah, it will eventually be able to be passable. I don't think it will ever completely 100%, just like make
no way.
yeah, like make picture or make cartoon button, you know. But it is kind of disheartening, you know, like being an artist and
Oh
AI
yeah.
just
Yeah.
like it's less the fact that AI exists and more the fact that there's people being rather pretentious, saying like, "Oh, I'm just as good as every other artist that's ever been," you know, like, or even hell, there was a
Yeah. While they're just getting AI
yeah,
to it.
or even there was
Mm.
this Japanese artist that had a very unique style. It was like a really they were very world renowned. The name slips me at the moment, but the passed away recently last year, and it hadn't even been a full day, and some guy just uh, threw a bunch of their pictures into you know, like one of those AI things, and made it like a really very poor imitation, you know, but it like had like the look, you know, like what it was trying to do, but just like but a lot of people rightfully got upset, you know, because the you know, they weren't even cold yet, and this person is like, oh hey, look, I made more art of them, or more of their art, you know, and it was just really in poor taste, and uh, they took the backlash uh, to very, let's just say, not gently, you know, like they just doubled down on
Mm.
it, but
Yeah.
yeah,
I get that.
it's just
It's just AI art will have that where people try and imitate famous artists. I mean, you'll have
mm-hmm.
people making Van Gogh and stuff with it at some point. Just how it's going to be.
Yeah. Heck, I mean, have
Tragedy.
you heard that James Earl Jones sold the rights to his voice to Disney so they could do
I didn't.
Darth Vader?
He's getting old. It doesn't
Yeah,
surprise me that he would
which,
do that.
mm-hmm. It's just more, I guess, the it's kind of scary to be in a cyberpunk dystopia, you know?
Yeah. I mean, hopefully we never get there,
Mm-hmm.
but we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we have our
How's the map go? Let's have a look.
so
I've got your
we have
background, yeah.
our basically our background, yeah, and it's gonna be, you know, like a group token that will essentially move around here, and
Mm-hmm.
so I guess if we it's actually gonna be a bit hard to uh, go back and forth on this, I guess, but let me see. Water brush, give it a, do you think it would be like a normal blue color like this, or should it be like a dark brown?
Oh, it's dark brown.
Yeah, for sure.
100%. I mean, on the map, on the original map, it's blue, like it's
Mhm.
clean, but
Yeah.
it should be murkier.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I think maybe the shallow color there would be all right, but let me go ahead and into the orange, give it like a
I mean,
good.
the official map makes it look all very clean, but I saw a nice fan map that was very dirty.
Yeah. Do you think?
Yeah, I'll send you.
Do you have it on you?
Pic.
Yeah.
I mean, I can just send you it in DMs. I just got it on Google a second ago.
Mm-hmm.
So, oh, when it actually embeds the image, okay, I guess I'll just copy
Let's
the
see.
image.
How does this look? Oh, that looks kind of.
Yeah.
What do you think?
It's fun.
Maybe a bit more green.
I would. You need the two colours to be sort of similar, where one's just a darker shade of the other.
Yeah. Let's see. So, right here. How's that?
Better.
Yeah, that's better, but it still doesn't have that like it looks just more like mud versus like dirty water, you know.
I made a swamp map on
Mm-hmm.
Dungeon Draft. Let me see if I can get it up and see what I did for that.
No worries.
Dungeon Draft takes forever to load maps.
Yeah, yeah.
Base. But yeah, it was like a grungy green and brown. But because all the assets I've got, it literally take like 2 minutes. So I keep experimenting while that
No, no worries. Yeah, I'm just listening to your input. Maybe if I make the blending a bit more or less.
Yeah, have a little tinker. I've never actually really messed with that. A good point though.
See if I double it to 3. If I get to 1. Okay, so it's like
yeah,
the
that's nicer. Yeah. Blend distance being lower is nice. That's for sure.
lower
But I
distance.
guess it really just matters how shallow you want it. You know.
Yeah. I think 1.5 was like that, like just right spot, you know. So let's see. The thing is, I'm trying to like what would be like a, maybe like a dark blue.
I mean, it matters how swampy you want it to be. If you know, if you want it to be like the official map, you go blue. If you want it to be like a dirty swamp, it'll be a green or a brown.
Yeah, maybe if I try green, that's what I need to do. Give it some green. Maybe try. Oh, that looks a bit better. What do you think? This
Certainly looks a bit almost magical because of how
yeah, that bright blue, but
blue it is. Yeah. God, it takes so long to load this map.
If I give it like a cyan color. Yeah, I think. Ooh, that looks kind of good. What do you think?
Put it down. Yeah, I like the color of the deep. Just need the outlying bit to be sort of just a slightly brighter version of that.
So the brown, you mean?
Yeah. Finally, I got my bloody swamp map up. Yeah. So this is the colors I chose for the swamp I made. Like a really grungy.
Okay.
Which I should still have the colours I chose because never. No, I don't. Oh no, maybe I do.
No worries, but yeah, that is definitely the kind of the color I was would want to use. You know, it's like got that.
I do, yeah.
It's got that really muddy, grungy look. You know.
Yeah. So the colours I used, I can give you the hex code. So first colour, second colour in the order I sent them.
Okay.
That's the colours I tried for that.
No, I actually don't mess with the hex codes. Let's see.
No, hex code doesn't. It just it's literally just like RGB, but in a numeric.
In a numeric, yeah, like in order. But like even with a clip, even with like drawing, I never really.
I never really bothered. I just find it easier to send someone a hex than each RGB value. And just copy paste it in.
Yeah, it's good for that kind of thing, like where you just need to share the color real quick without, you know.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Okay. I had a second one.
Hey, it's Yoshi. How are you doing? Hope you are having a lovely day. How is your weekend going? I think the border should still be on. There we go.
Yeah, border on, yeah.
Alright, well we got our watercolor. Oh, I should probably
Yeah,
save
that's
this.
not bad.
Save as... let's see.
Color of the ground under the water affects it a lot as well, but how much you can do that.
Castle overview. Yep.
Ah.
Alright. Hi, Latristas.
Hey, the Tristis.
Hey, we got a couple people hanging out with us. Hi, everybody. We're just doing a kind of impromptu, you know, casual, just hang out. Just doing it live. We'll do it live. Screw it.
I also have another swamp I made, more of a jungly one, which you know, it's up to you. So if you prefer the sort of greeny of that, it's like a greener version. But if you prefer the first one, then no worries.
Yeah, it is a bit greenier. That's more like a foresty. It's like a saltwater swamp.
Yeah.
So
it's made for a swamp.
Yeah, yeah.
A jungle swamp.
Jungle swamp. Yeah.
Oh. All right. Well, just need to start. You know, you can put the image of the castle onto the dungeon draft map, so you can trace it.
Wait, you can?
Yeah, so on the left. There's 3 switches, like a soundboard switch.
Really?
Sparkly. There's trace image, and you upload an image, and you can.
I did not know
put
that.
It on there, scale it, move it about. Yeah, it's really handy. Yeah, I've traced the odd map with it.
Well, you see, this is exactly why. It's exactly why you're here to help. Because, let's see, can I copy and paste it? Let's see. Control V.
I don't know. I assume you'd have to browse. No, you'd have to browse it, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
So hopefully there's nothing that will be bad to see.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. Did the window come up when I was doing that?
No, I didn't see.
Nope, it doesn't.
I don't think
Okay.
So, I'm looking on Discord.
Yeah, nothing came up on the stream either. So, not that I had anything to hide, but you just never know. You can't be too careful. Okay, so that's saved, and then I open up. See, go to desktop, and then yep, it's right there. Okay. Oh wow. Yeah, this is interesting.
Yeah, so you can use scale and opacity to make it bigger, and you can drag it about, center it if you wanted to.
I had no idea this was even a thing.
It's pretty good.
Wait. Okay, yeah, so it's a little too big. Almost there. Wait, am I shrinking this or not? Let's see, almost... I think 2 would actually be... Just... right. Alright. Okay, oop. Nope, still a little bit off. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Okay. I'll just move it over 1. And there we go.
I suppose while we're at this point, we should wonder, are you going to do the 20-foot scale thing, or are you going to...
Yeah, just leave it 20. Just leave it the 20-foot scale.
20-foot? Alright.
Oh, thank you for the hydrate. I didn't even see that, sorry. I was finicking around with this, but,
Concentrate.
Always remember to stay hydrated.
Yeah.
But yeah, this, I really... I didn't even know that. Like, you're the one showing me tricks, you know? Uh-oh, 10 squats, 2 from Yoshi.
Oh,
okay.
No. Good
luck. Alright, there's 10 squats real quick, okay. This is the my price to pay for streaming this. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh boy. Oof, I'm gonna be feeling that later, I know that. Too bad I'm not using my VTuber model, or else my Jiggly bits will be going all over the place. Oh, roll d20 from Bongo. Or Bongov. But yeah. It's a good thing I have my d20 just ready, always just in case. Let's see, what is the dice gonna be?
Alright.
A 9. Sorry, don't think you passed that check. Unless you have a crazy high... Bongo, you good? No problem. How are you doing? Hope you're having a lovely day. We're just doing some, a little bit of map making tonight.
Oh, what? Oh, yeah, stream's down. Rip.
Reconnected successfully, okay. Yeah, I don't...
And it's immediately back, okay.
Yeah, I don't know what's up. I think maybe my drivers need to be updated or something. I mentioned it before. My PC just kind of getting a little laggy.
Probably your graphics drivers needing updating.
Yeah, even I tried playing Fortnite and even TF2 the other night, and even though my ping was only like 80 or 90, it was really glitching out. Like I was like had McDonald's Wi-Fi, so it might just be something needs to be updated or
I'll definitely update your graphics driver just for a start.
Yeah, I actually did have a question just because I may have accidentally I was trying to read some manga from less than official sources, and I may have accidentally clicked on a link and it like started to download something, but I deleted it from the downloads. I don't know if that actually does anything or what, but
it should be fine unless you actually ran a program. Just
yeah.
If your Windows should have Windows Defender. It's actually quite good these days.
Yeah.
You just do a scan with that, you generally be right.
Yeah, no, I just don't know if like you knew any like good antivirus stuff, but if Windows Defender should be good enough, then
I've just used Windows Defender and just been careful with what I've...
Yeah, no, I get the constant spam from McAfee to you know, buy their subscription.
Yeah, I stopped using McAfee for that exact reason. Fair enough.
Right. No problem. So we have our, I guess, our highlighted little thing, and actually maybe scaled up just.
What did you order, Bongo? Anything munchy?
Ordering takeout? Is it Chinese?
Who knows? Hopefully good though.
Hopefully it's good, yeah. Burger? Awesome.
Ah, nice takeout burger. That's good stuff.
I prefer my burgers with cheese, bacon, and mayo. And of course, some fresh lettuce and tomato. So, I guess would I use the wall tool, or would I use just like a regular building tool?
I always use the wall tool.
Yeah, because the building is really only good like if it's a square.
Yeah, also building tool, once you place it, it's really difficult to edit. Whereas a wall tool, you can just sort of mess with.
A special burger where the meat is the buns? Is that Inside Out burger?
Oh wow. So wait, so what's the meat then? Is it the meat, the bun?
Is the meat toast? That would be interesting, you know? Have like a really toasted, like kind of garlic bread.
I've had that before.
Toast sandwich?
Yeah, I've tried that. You put like soft bread in the middle and then... It's just bread.
It's just bread, yeah. The, just homemade garlic bread is just really good sometimes, you know?
Yeah.
A bunch of mayo and bacon shreds. Ah, that's actually really interesting. Is it Inside Out burger, or is it like a special kind of, I guess like a specialty place?
You definitely need a napkin to eat with that, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's making hungry. You
Oh,
just
yeah,
ate the burger.
Okay, so we have this.
Yeah, you can choose to keep it on the grid. So at the bottom on snap and lighting. It's up to you if you want those on or not. I usually leave them all
Oh,
on.
snap.
Lighting is the shadow. Snap
Oh,
is like it will
okay.
snap it onto points in the grid.
Okay, that's
that
actually
sort of
super
stuff,
helpful.
yeah. But you're probably fine to leave it on for now.
Yeah.
Sometimes I find with like curved bits, the snapping can be a problem.
Mhm.
So that's the only time I usually stop using it. But
It's fried chicken, but indie. You feel me? That's all right. Yeah, we're not judging or anything. Just it sounds like it was really good.
nah, I mean, you live near a bunch of good restaurants. Sounds like I live in the middle of nowhere, so I'm jealous.
Yeah,
We
me
have nowhere.
too.
We have a fish and chip shop near us, and that's it.
Well, everybody has McDonald's, at least, you know. That's like the.
Oh well, yeah. Near my work, there's a McDonald's.
Is there a way to do curved lines with the wall tool or no?
You know, I don't actually know. I think you just have to sort of turn off the snap and then just like have a go at it, trying following it.
Yeah. And technically, it's really low on carbs. Really? Oh yeah, because you don't have the bread. That's actually my father's actually having a keto diet.
Oh, is it just? Oh, I see.
So it's no bread, yeah. I guess what I should do is do the water first and then build on top of that. Maybe, let's see.
Yeah, do the background first. That's a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is there a way to do a layer? Maybe not. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Actually, no. Do the wall first. 'Cause I think you can't put walls on water, and it can get a little buggy.
Yeah. So just like
I would do the walls, then just draw around with the water after.
Well, I think there is a with the wall tool you do the. Huh.
Yeah.
I could have sworn that there was like a layer setting, but I guess not.
There is a layer setting, but it's more for. If you were to say have trees, you would put the tree shadows on a separate layer.
Huh, that's weird. The trees,
Which is what I do.
the trees you can put underwater, but not the walls.
Yeah, because trees are like objects, whereas the walls are like a path that just. It's a weird one.
Yeah. No worries. Let's see
Anyway,
if I can.
have a go at drawing the curve.
Yeah, I was just about.
Don't do too many points, but do enough. That, yeah. Always add more points to it later.
Oh, you can?
I think so. Yeah, you can like sort of add a point in the middle, then move it about. Yeah.
All right. Let's see.
And since the players aren't fighting on this grid, it doesn't need to be perfect. Oh, that looks nice.
Yeah, that
need a
actually
little
looks.
edit in the middle of it. It's kind of gone a bit wonky.
Okay.
But...
How do I?
So there's like an edit points button on the wall area at the top.
Uh-huh.
So the tool you're on, I think it works. Actually, no, yeah. Go back to the way you were making the wall, and there's a button called Edit Points. I think.
Edit points.
At the top.
Edit points. At the top.
It will say Wall Tool, and then it will say there's like a
Oh, here we go.
jagged line that says Edit Points.
There we go.
So you can add points or move points around.
Yeah,
You know,
look
sort
at
of
that.
thing.
That looks better. There we go.
Looks better, yeah. Alright, cool. And then I don't think you need windows on this bit, but you can add like holes
Yeah,
in the wall
well-
later.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was gonna do the what's it called?
Yeah, that looks good. First try.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Oh,
Oh yeah, you got it.
get out of the edit point thing, yeah. All right. I mean, hey, that looks
Yeah,
pretty
just,
good.
just do that for all the walls. You got the hang of that, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then we can like worry about being like an actual like scale thing later.
Yeah, I mean, the scale's not actually that important because this is purely just for your parties to navigate through. I mean, when you're moving them, you can just
yeah.
ignore the grid or just
Oh
turn the
yeah,
grid
yeah.
off entirely.
I meant the fighting. You know, like when we get to like doing like the
Oh yeah, well, yeah.
the individual rooms.
You'll end up probably just creating a room.
Yeah.
A room into the actual
one room,
scale
one room,
and
one room.
just-
But I mean, yeah, just look at this. Like just this one hallway. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, 2, 4.
I think it's
6,
180
8,
or something.
10,
120.
12. It's 12, so that's going to be
Wow.
240 feet just from this one hallway alone. And of course, like the stairs and
Yeah,
everything
it's
too.
long,
And
isn't it?
it's like really crazy long.
It's up to you if you want to make every room, or
Mhm.
I mean, you could, because you never know where the party will go, I suppose.
How do you like add a point?
Yeah, for now, so you just have to click. So if you were to drag that point to where you want it to end, the last.
Oh
point,
yeah, okay,
you
there
can
we go.
add a point between the two, and then yeah, drag that about.
Yeah, that's simple enough.
There's probably a way to extrude it. I think maybe holding control or something, but I've never actually tried that. So yeah.
No biggie. Yeah, we're still just figuring it out. And yeah. Yeah, just do like a little. Let's see, is there a way to do the size of this? Nope, I guess it's just.
Go. I want to see what the base assets have. See the door symbol.
Yeah.
There should be one of them which is like a hole. Yeah, there's one that's like just a hole. You see it?
This is just a window.
Next to like.
Oh,
yeah,
here?
it's above the yellow bit.
Right here. Yeah.
So if you, yeah, just to test, you should be able to put that into walls.
Oh, into walls. Yeah.
Yeah. So when you draw the wall, you would put it where you want it to be.
Ooh.
It's quite large though, that one. I don't know if you have
Yeah.
a smaller one or.
Nope.
But that's how you do it. And there's also
yeah.
the red X, which I think is just like cut a hole in the wall. Like,
Oh, yeah.
literally just deletes part of the wall. I don't know if you can scale that in any way, but you know.
Unfortunately,
Worst case,
no.
just draw the wall.
Yeah, just draw it how it is, to be honest.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think that's the way we're working it out. You know, the whole just kind of copying the map there. That's actually really useful. That you don't know how much headache this would have saved me before. Just
Yeah.
you know, because I literally would.
I'm definitely going to send you a bunch of the assets I've got. There's like a bunch of different windows and doors and wall types. The ground terrain looks quite nice.
No, I'm not even kidding when I tell you
there's
this.
A bit of duplicate assets,
I would take the object tool, like here, you know, like just like object whatever. It's like a barrel, but anyway, yeah, this like I would literally just make like pillars and stuff, and I would spread them out like 5, 10, 15, 20, and that's what I would use, I guess, for a guide to do the maps. And I would literally just have to like reference the picture, but I could have just done this the whole time.
Yep. Now you know.
Now I know, and knowing is half
handy.
the battle. Okay.
Yeah. I've traced the odd castle just to crystals and then, you know,
there we
put
go.
whatever inside.
Oh. There we go. I wonder what I would get like to like tiny walls like this. I guess maybe the concrete one?
Could do. There might be.
Yeah, I guess it doesn't really have to be.
It's different shade though. Is there? You should have a path tool somewhere. Do you have in the base assets anything that works
Oh, a
for
path
that?
tool?
It should be in a different menu. Yeah, in a different one of the menus.
Yeah, the
maybe.
path tool. It's just yeah, it's
only
really
ropes and stuff.
yeah, it's
Okay.
barely, yeah. This one like is really the kind that I probably need the most more assets.
I've got has like cliff faces, thin walls, like farmstead walls, that sort of thing. It's fine. You can just use the same wall. It doesn't have to be the same thickness because the players aren't going to know. If the players know about this map already, then they'll.
Yeah, it's no biggie.
I doubt they'll even remember that. But this wall's thicker in the official mod.
I mean, technically, this one is about the right size for the outside wall.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Let's see. And boop. And Let's do this one under. Alright. I really like making the maps. It's like very... It's kind of like, you know, how people like Minecraft, you know? It's just really...
Oh, if what you just did there, I would add a point to the wall, because you've got an overlap going on there.
Oh.
So instead of drawing a fresh one to, if you want to select the wall that you drew, there's an arrow tool on the left.
An arrow tool on the left?
Yeah, like far left arrow. You can click on that piece of wall and then delete it, and then just with delete, or that works. And then go edit the point of the one you made. There should be a way to. I'm gonna hold on. I'll get up mine. There should be a way to just extrude the wall out. So you can have, not like that. There should, as I said, there should be a way you can like have the wall go to an L shape.
An L shape.
I've done that somehow, and I just can't remember how. Let me work it out. So edit points. No, it's not always. How did I do it? I have done it. Just can't remember how. It's not shifts. It's not that. I mean, I guess you could just draw, but I feel like there should be a way you can do that. I can look on there. Like a guide.
I think we'll be fine.
Yeah, it should be fine. Yeah, in the guide they literally just draw a new wall instead of extruding it. Okay, I guess you can't do that.
It's no biggie. Boop. And just do one under. This would be really awesome boss music. Oh, always remember to save. Oh man, you don't know how often before, you know, I got the PC and upgraded, you know, Dungeon Draft would just crash. Like, I would literally just be able to place one. I'd be able to place one wall, and then it would crash. And that's how it.
I'm very glad you managed to get the PC upgraded, because I would just be furious if I had to deal with that.
Oh no, it was, but I mean, I have some patience, you know.
Right.
But it definitely was a huge help. Thank you. Yeah, it was like one of the first things I told Hammer. I was like, oh my god, I can finally use Dungeon Draft properly now.
But he was happy.
Yeah.
Also means less issues when the session's running as well.
Oh yes,
all good stuff.
Definitely. It's just been a huge help. You know what this song reminds me of is Cynthia's boss music from Pokemon Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum. Did you ever play Pokemon or no?
Nah, I was never into Pokemon.
Not really. No, it's fine. Yeah, the imagine just like, you know how they say like Pokemon is like for kids and all that stuff. It's not really supposed to be, like, some people just take it like way too like serious, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, like, imagine like this boss just like all of a sudden just like having this huge spike in difficulty that even like adult.
And the music kicks in.
Yeah, and the music kicks in, you know, and just like even adult players have trouble fighting her, you know, just like that big jump in difficulty. Which
I was gonna deaf myself for a sec, 'cause I don't know if I can't hear the music. Hold on.
Oh, it's on the stream, and I don't think Discord can do two audio tracks at once without like a mod or something.
No, it is on the stream. It's just a bit quiet. I think it's just because I've got other stuff. I couldn't hear it.
Do you want me to turn up a bit?
Could a little bit, yeah. It was. I would like to try and listen to that.
Yeah, I can send you the link to it. It's actually like a little playlist. Let's see.
Yeah.
Let's see, copy and paste.
Actually, yeah, I can hear the music.
Yeah, a little 8-bit fantasy adventure by oh, I guess I muted. X Devirucci? Huh, I think that's how you pronounce it. But yeah, it's a free, you know, it's like literally like made to be like for people to use, you know. If
I'm gonna be doing stuff in college, I might actually remember that.
yeah, I would want to use this in RPG Maker if I, you know, hopefully, I don't know if I told you this, but my best friend Drywood, he and me were in the process of making a video game in RPG Maker a while back.
Oh.
Yeah, it was like a sci-fi, you know, kind of monster theme, you know, but it's kind of on hold, just so you know, both of us being busy, you know, and I think we both can agree that I'm going to be busy for a long while, but you know, it would be a fun project, and you know, hey, like another source of income from the sales and stuff, but really I'm just more into it just because game making and game design just was always something I would have like, that would have been the dream, you know. Like that would have been the fantasy, Final Fantasy.
For me, it's I don't think I would be able to deal with making a game, but I certainly enjoy working on a game, like as being part of like a dev team. Would be sort of what I'd be going for.
And honestly, RPG Maker does like a lot of the hard work for you in that regard.
Yeah.
Like I was just following a YouTube tutorial, you know, just to get familiar with it, but at the same time too, it's just it is, even with that, it's like a very long and tedious process that you can't really, you know, half-ass.
Gotta go full ass.
Full ass, yeah. 100% ass. Let's see, go ahead. Ew, there's a...
Yeah.
There's a... Let's see, gonna... Oop. Ban.
Oh, was there a bot?
Yeah.
Yuck.
Mm-hmm.
Destroy the bot.
Yeah, it's actually weird. The first time
I've...
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, auto... it's funny how they all use Doge. Like, that's like the cool thing, you know? Like,
yeah.
Like, oh, Dogecoin, Doge bot, Doge maker, you know, like
any meme they couldn't attach to it to make it hip or whatever, I don't know.
Hip, yeah.
Hip kids.
How do you do, fellow kids?
Exactly.
Just I am really glad that we ended up, you know, like getting this map and like figured out, just because it just works so perfectly with the story.
Yes. Yeah, that does.
And
it's a good hideout for certain groups.
Yeah, and just I just really like the aesthetic, like, You know, like there is the the whole uh, dungeon crawl and all that stuff, but uh, just really, I'm just a huge sucker for those like like big bad in a castle, and they have to fight their way up it, and like there's a huge battle on the roof and all that. It's just really, really just. I've always been a huge fan of the sword and sorcery genre, as it's called. I grew up with He-Man. I grew up with, Conan the Barbarian. Even though it was kind of maybe. I don't think I watched that movie as a kid, thankfully. But what do you think of that? Is that too? Let's see. Can I change
It's
the
a
color?
different color. Maybe you can with the base assets. Yeah, have a go.
Let's see
You
if
can use the eyedropper tool to copy
wait.
the color of the other wall.
Oh yeah, I can. Wait,
At
is
least
there?
there should be an eyedropper. Yeah, there's little. There's a grey bar at the bottom of the RGB thing. There's little. When you had the color selection open.
Oh yeah, here we go. All right,
Yeah, there's a dropper, and then you should be able to
there. Okay,
buy that. Hopefully that works.
fingers crossed. Hell yeah, that looks.
Yeah, same shade, yeah.
Yeah, same shade. It gives it, like that distinct, inner part,
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish it would be able to, thin it a bit, but that's just me. Nothing wrong with a little
It's up to me that you
thickness.
can't, but it makes sense because it is just an image.
Mm-hmm. And it just kind of gives, that distinction. I guess, like the wall. It's still like that cobblestone looky kind of thing.
Mm.
Or maybe I could try this. Let's try this one. Do eyedropper. Boop. Maybe this one is thinner. Or looks like just kind of blends a bit better. What do you think?
It's all right. I suppose that would be your interior wall if
Yeah.
you choose to go with it.
Yeah,
So
this
that would
is like the interior wall I'm trying to do.
It makes sense. I
Yeah.
like that.
Do you think this one looks better than the other one? Like whatever this one was, just.
It definitely fits better as an interior wall. Yeah.
All right, then I guess we'll go with this one. Yeah. All right. And it does kind of have like that thinner look to it. So, yeah.
Mm.
Actually I might even this, even on the map thing, it's kind of like a bit off the grid. I wonder why that is. Cuz you can look at it.
It's don't worry about it.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah, I mean,
As I say, you don't actually need this map to be on a grid.
yeah.
Technically.
Yeah, technically, but I'm just saying like even on this thing it's like technically not a line, it's just kind of
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
it's not. Yeah. I mean, it is an old map.
Yeah,
They
it's I think it was more just the
They were thinking that people would be playing it around a table rather
Mhm.
than online and needing all the precision.
That's true. It's not a huge deal breaker or anything like that.
But hey, it means you can improve the grid if you wanted to.
Yeah. And boop. Boop. Boop.
This one you just did, where it's an L shape. You definitely could have had just be one wall. I think you could
Oh.
have extended points.
Oh yeah, I don't know what I was thinking there.
No, it's fine. It's me being nitpicky.
No,
Yeah,
you're-
imagine how
yeah.
I am when I make my own maps. There you go.
No, trust me.
Looks much nicer that way.
It does. I kind of like that little L shape at the
Yeah.
corner piece.
I would say, there's like a little gateway between the two courtyards. Okay, cool.
Yeah, this is kind of like the courtyard area, right here.
Yeah.
So,
It's interesting how the original map makes it look so clean, and nice. Generally, it looks like a ruin, but it's quite a clean one.
I guess like they
things
keep
considered.
keep up with it. They may be
Yeah,
they may be an evil
probably.
cult, but they still they are not animals. They clean up after themselves.
I'm a villain, not a monster.
It's more than I can
That's
say for some people. Did I ever tell you the time I was working at the Golden Arches, and I literally saw somebody.
Yeah.
We had the rib sandwich come back, and
As it
somebody.
does every other
Mm,
day.
yeah. Oh yeah, I think actually does the UK have the McRib like year round or something, right?
No, I don't. No, we don't. I don't even think we do it really.
Huh.
Um, for us, they often bring in stuff like different. Uh,
Yeah. No, I just it's
yeah,
curious,
it can't be sold because of. It can't be sold because of cooking guidelines in the UK. Because they
Really?
can sell it. So
So
you
you
can't
actually.
cook. You can't cook pork and whatever the other one is on the same grill. So it looks like they
Hmm.
stopped doing it because they couldn't use one grill for it. They'd have to make a separate grill. And it's just not
Ah.
worth the effort.
I see. So that may be a bit different. Like, obviously, we're not like mixing like raw chicken and raw beef and stuff like that. But I think maybe it's like a little bit more lax on that. But,
Yeah, the UK is very strict on it.
mm-hmm.
Well,
Uh,
on food in general, actually.
mm-hmm. But yeah, is it true? They have the quarter pounder. Since obviously they use the metric system over there. It's called the Royale over there, just like the.
No, it is called a quarter pounder. It is called a quarter pounder.
So Pulp Fiction lied to me.
Yeah.
uh,
Did, I'm afraid. But yeah, quarter pounders are very nice in the UK. I don't know what they're like in America, but
mhm.
I
Yeah,
wouldn't
and I was
know.
just wondering like the cultural differences on food and stuff like that. But it's interesting. Uh,
Everything's smaller in the UK, that's for sure, than in the old states.
no comment. uh,
Yeah.
I don't know. Did that like make sense? I was doing like a lewd joke there. Oh well.
If you mean everything's smaller as in a dirty joke, perhaps. But if not, then no.
Yeah.
But if so, then yeah.
Actually, is this one wall or is it? No, it's a little thingy. Yeah. All right. Now we just got the wood. We got to get wood.
Yeah. So you would need. Oh, you're doing the inside wooden walls, yeah.
Ooh, boy, that is really thick.
I mean, you could always just choose to make it stone as well if you wanted. Just use the interior wall because those. I'm pretty sure those wooden ones, they ain't.
Okay, there we go.
That's not so bad.
Yeah, this one's a lot better than the other one.
Is there a way you can like, maybe with snap, make it do it in straight lines? I don't know if that's a thing. I mean, you just follow the grid, of course, but
That's true.
it's just a bit crooked. That's all.
Me,
Also change sorting to over when you place walls because it's
over?
otherwise you end up with that bit there, for example, on the end of the L where it looks like it's under the wall.
That's true. Alright, so we bring it over.
Yeah.
And... Oh. And straight. There we go.
Very nice.
Oof, it's actually a lot harder to do straight lines than you think, even with a...
It doesn't need to be perfect.
Yeah.
I'll try not to turn you into a perfectionist.
Don't worry, I do that on my own.
I spend entire days making maps, so...
Now, trust me, I already make myself a perfectionist on my own. And... Oop, alright. So that's one room down.
That's one room.
Yeah. And again, it's not have to be, like, perfect, It's just more...
This is just a reference for the party to know what part of the castle they're in.
Boop. And... Like, yeah, I don't even need to do, like, that little tiny wall there. I could literally just, like, bring it like that, and that already gives you, like, the general shape of it,
Yeah, it doesn't need to be exact. The party won't pay much attention to it if it's just to be walking around, and they'll ask about what's in the room, and you can just tell them all that.
Describe it, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see, I think there was one here. again, this is gonna the specifics on this one are gonna matter less when it's literally just
Yeah.
for the group to be moving about, maybe sneaking around, maybe not trying to get seen, or maybe Cayman sends Amethyst through to sneak around.
That's the point, actually. What's your plan with Cayman's mind reading with the bosses and such? If he does it, which I don't see why he wouldn't.
Actually, what is the range on that? Is it the mind reading ability? Don't they have to be like touching them, or is it literally just like?
Is that how it works?
That's a good question. Let's look it up real quick.
You told me he read Laura's mind, so.
Yeah, that was like them. I believe Laura was having like a bit of a panic attack at the moment, and like they had like a private conversation, separate from the rest of the group, and
if it's the one from D&D Wiki that says 60 foot, but I don't know. I don't know which version of it he used because of course people have made it and edited it.
Well, I mean, we do have the his list of spells. I think. Let's see. One. Scrolling all the way up past our chat logs.
Well, at least on the wiki it says they use telepathy rather than reading minds.
Yeah, it was more telepathy, and I think it might have just been flavor too. But let's see.
Fair enough.
Okay, yeah, here we go. It's. Let me just reply it to you so you can look at it yourself. Let's see. Here, there we go. So he has.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Let's see.
Oh yeah. Oh, so he uses a spell to read people's minds.
Mind Sliver, Druidcraft,
Nah, I wouldn't do that. I think it's a thing that his race does.
Yeah, he's a shard mine. The crystal.
I assume it would be telekinetic. His
yeah,
or,
but
or
that's
crystalline mind, probably actually.
But that's more like a communication. It's more like reading their minds. I think the ability is the one like where
it's detect thoughts.
Detect thoughts. Yeah, they make a intelligence save, and then Cayman has to swap it to someone else, or else they know that they've been mind read. It seems a little. I don't know. Does that seem a little bit overpowered? Like the main detriment is that somebody knows you read their mind, but then it's like, oh well, at the last second I swap to my companion, and then I end the spell. Yeah, that's a little bit cheesing it, or no?
Just gonna read the spell quick.
Yeah. Because they did that one time, and I forget when I read it. It did seem like it was kind of like rules is written. Maybe not like the spirit, but I gave it a pass. But it did seem like you would get away with it. Maybe not.
I think it's only if they probe deeper that it risks them finding out.
Yeah, they probe deeper, like just surface level thoughts versus like actually like reading their mind. Yeah.
Yeah. So. Surface level, there's no risk of detection. The thing is, I think as soon as he probes deeper, the AI will find out. It doesn't. It's like based on the wording, and I'll just reiterate in case I'm wrong, so I can read it out for my own sake. If you probe deeper, the target must make a wisdom saving throw. If it fails, blah blah blah. If it succeeds, blah blah blah. Either way, the target knows that you're probing into its mind, and unless you shift your attention to another creature's thoughts, the
either way,
uses action to block. So I think it's just, I don't know if he's misread it or he's misunderstood it. The way I'm reading that is that no matter what, if you probe deeper, they know you've just done that. The thing that is about shifting attention to another creature is risking them stopping you from reading their mind anymore.
Oh, okay. At
least that's my reading of it. I don't know if that's the correct, but that's my reading.
No, it's no,
because the bit it's referring to about the unless you shift your attention to another creature's thoughts is referring to them making an intelligence check to spell, not to the fact that they doubt they're being probed.
Yeah, so that could be what they were doing.
It's up to you. I mean, he might It's something to talk to him about. If it's not too overpowered, it's probably fine.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, obviously, raw. I think they're supposed to be found out, but it's up to you.
Yeah, no, I think it was the like the how you say, like the stopping them thing, like where like the party member just like willingly fails, which is what he does.
Yeah.
Like he tells them like, hey, I'm gonna be doing this, and then I'm gonna swap to you, and then you just
Yeah, in my opinion, that is cheesy.
yeah. Well, no, it's not completely
even with the
overpowered.
idea that he thinks that's how it works. No.
Yeah, I think I might just be
don't think that's how the spell
misremembering.
works.
I might just be misremembering again. Like they're not like horribly like metagaming, trying to break it. It just,
I don't think Prune would be the kind to use it to like do anything ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also, if you do bring it up, do not do it in a session. Do it like a bit before a session.
Oh yeah.
And if he says, "Oh well, that ruins the spell," then offer him something in return, I guess.
Yeah.
But,
again, it's not something super crazy or important. Just like more like hey, does this make sense to you? I was trying to make sense of it, but it's not a horrible broken thing like where they just like one shot the big bad. That would be more like them. That'd be more like them casting a movable object on a net.
The only reason I could see it being an issue is if you ever needed someone to keep a secret.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually the only thing I think would be a problem.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not horrible. They're not, ruining the game or anything like that. It's just more like hey, I remember when you brought it up. I was like, oh hey, did I do this right? Is more what I'm saying. Did I do it right? Did I, give
Well,
them the wrong...
I wouldn't look at it that way, because I think in my personal opinion, is the responsibility of the player to know their
Mhm.
character's abilities better than the DM should. The DM should have a general idea that they can do this and that,
Mhm.
but the specifics, in my opinion, is down to the player.
All right,
But
no problem.
that's my opinion. I don't know if that's true or not.
Yeah, no, everybody in the party is good. They, I think the only one that's really had an issue is, ooh, excuse me. The only one that's really had an issue is Overlord. Like with just remembering their paladin stuff, but no, everybody.
Yeah, that's fair though.
Yeah, everybody does their part. They play their characters really well. Like I can't compliment them enough. Just player interactions, the like almost like organic kind of relationships they formed a bit. It's really something. I hope, like, not to like toot my own horn. Like, I'm very proud that they like really are invested in this, and like they really have these like personal connections as characters. Like that's something that makes me happy, and I'm happy that they're happy.
Exactly. They do seem to enjoy your game, that's for sure. How's the castle going? Oh, looking nice.
I think it just needs a floor now.
Floors are good.
Or just be like those those huts. Actually, I did have a question. You kind of see like where. Actually, no, they actually don't blend. It's just more like a line and then a line and then the.
It is possible to blend them if you wish to, as long as you're using the like floor painting tool rather than the tile tool.
Huh. Yeah. Let's see. Where is the floor tool?
I think it's the like plant symbol above the book. There's a terrain brush, and as long as you have, it was the one you were on, the terrain brush. Paintbrush.
No, I'm just looking at like the.
As long as you can change, you only have 4 materials, but if you change one to, I don't know, if you have a stone tiles one in there, you can. Wow, they give you nothing for the basic stuff, do they? Jesus.
Yeah, that's why I was a little confused. Like, wait, you mean the terrain? Like the actual terrain? Like.
I have a lot. Like, I'll send you a picture of just a few.
Okay.
I have like tiles of plenty. So I'm definitely sending you assets.
Okay, yeah. No, like those are like actual floors. Yeah, no, that would help tremendously. Yeah. Like even just like that marble tile.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing it's not very good at, this asset pack I use, is sort of like snow.
Uh-huh.
So
well, it's got a snow right there. And
Yeah,
remind me, can you have more
you'll be
than
right.
can you have more than one asset pack at a time, or is it just like it replaces the one you?
Oh yeah, yeah. No, you apply as many. I have. How many do I have applied right now? Uh, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have at least 20 applied right now.
Oh, 20. Oh gosh.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
have a bunch more that I have in the files. I just don't like them. They're a bit too cartoony.
Mm.
But yeah, you can literally just upload them into a folder and sort of do what you want with them. Pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll figure out how to.
And then of course, if you want something specific, like you wanted a massive dragon skeleton, you could probably find one online and just upload it.
Oh, I actually just drew one, and I. Uh,
Oh yeah, do you mean the like shadowy dragon fellow?
oh no, actually, when they actually kind of that was like my first little like homebrew dungeon. I uh,
Mm.
I made it like where in the oh hey Arnopolis, hi,
Okay.
sorry I didn't see your message there. In the original module, it's almost like I wouldn't say it's bad, but you know it's basically in the module there is a tomb of a long forgotten hero and their party members, I guess, that is on this kind of like dragon shaped hill, and the uh, their dragon slayer longsword is buried with them. But it is like very
Oh yeah.
it is very weird. Like the the how do I describe it? The tomb isn't even in the head; it's in the tail, and in the head there is just this random skeleton horse that, like, technically as rules is written, you can't even like dig out. Like it's like it literally can't fit through the door. Like you'd have to like literally break a hole open for it to, climb out. And uh, it
Nice.
it bonds to whoever touches it first. It's not even hostile. It just literally just like jumps up and just like chills there in the room. And the first person that touches it, it bonds with. There are like 3 pit traps and like a smoke trap, or like a poison smoke trap, and
Mm.
it's just really bizarre. So I kind of made that. I homebrewed it where that kind of like little goofy tomb or little encounter was a fake tomb, and then underneath that was the actual tomb with like real deadly traps and uh, little like a bit more of a challenge thing in. It wasn't too much. It
Oh.
wasn't too hard for the party, of course, but they it just gave it a bit more, pizzazz. And then when the sword was actually still embedded in the skull of the dragon that they slayed, and when they removed it, the uh, skeleton kind of animated. It wasn't undead. It was just it wasn't like undead like a Dracolich in the sense, but it was just more like kind of like a failsafe thing, like like if it's disturbed or they try to take the sword, just like almost like a booby trap, it just animates the
Yeah.
dragon skeleton, and
The boss
it's
fight trigger.
it boss fight trigger, yeah, and they fought it. Uh, so it was something I could have done a bit better, to be honest. Just hindsight 2020, but I think it was a bit more memorable than the really bizarre and kind of out of
Oh
place
yeah.
thing.
Hammer on his streams talked about the dragon fight, and when I talked to other people about it, they definitely remember that. I think that's one of the big fights that
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
they
she
all
almost
like.
died.
Yeah, she got her ass beat. Yeah.
Yeah, no, she Laura literally just like went, "Come at me, bro," at this a dragon skeleton, and it just puffed. Like the obviously didn't puff out its chest because it doesn't have a chest anymore, but it like you could see like the poison mist that a green dragon has, kind of like foaming at its mouth and kind of dripping down, and Laura didn't move, and so she like took the full brunt of this dragon breath attack to the face, and like kind of standing with like 2 HP left, and skin kind of like blistering a bit, red, uh, and like kind of going like, just like really intense. It was a cool moment, but like oh my gosh, like as a DM, I was like kind of freaking out. They're like, oh
Yeah.
my god, move out of the way. What are you doing? I can't stop this thing.
What did we learn, Laura?
Sorry, Hernopolis, I didn't mean to ignore you there. I'm having a good day so far. I'm here with my buddy Samsy. And how was your day going?
Nope.
If you're still here, if you're lurking or not, no worries if you are. It's just always nice to see you, sweetie. We're doing some dungeon crafting.
Making a castle.
Mm-hmm. A castle.
Castle.
All right. So the floors. Oh yeah. Did you want to like send it to me? Can I actually? I don't think I could like.
I can send it to you. There's a lot.
Uh-huh.
It's quite a large lot of files.
Mhm.
It's probably best if I do it on Google Drive.
Yeah, like a Google
Also,
Drive or a
if you do
zip.
download it, it will destroy your stream because of the internet. So it's up to
That is
you.
true. So maybe we can wait until after that. And like.
Yeah, I'll make a Google Drive for it.
Yeah, we can save it for later. For now,
Mhm.
let's see. How do I do the? Can I like toggle it off and on or something? Or oh, the opacity. Here we go. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
There we go. That's a bit. Let's see. I think 20, 30. There we go. That gives it a bit. That's a bit better. Yeah. So I guess the terrain.
You won't have a wood on the train. You might have a tile. In this, I think it's in the same section as the wall tool. There's like a tile tool.
It's
Pattern shape, I think it's called.
Yeah.
And I think you can draw custom shapes with that, so you'll be able to get away with that. I think.
Oh yeah, it's
You
like
do
the custom shape thing here.
Make sure
And without the grid,
we'll
it's
go
gonna
onto
be
the walls.
under the walls. All right. Yeah. Here's what I was talking about, like where it's like layer 1
Oh
below
yeah,
water.
you can do heights with certain things. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's
You can't
where I
with
was-
walls, I think, or maybe,
Mhm.
but yeah, just choose one that would fit, one of the stony ones, and then
brick. Let's see. This is basket weave. Worn bricks. Let's see if that one works. Just like testing out this area real quick right here.
yeah. Oh, I think that's wood in there, but yeah, it's still good to test. You can right click, or yeah, that works.
Yeah. Now I have to close it.
I don't know.
The
You can change
color-
the color, of course.
Yeah, the
So
color,
you
of
could make-
course. Yeah. But just the shape of it, I guess.
Yeah, I
Which
mean, it's
I
wood
mean-
in there, but for the rest, 100%.
Which I mean, I guess would it be kind of more less like just doing like one shape here and then one shape here, and just more like doing like one big.
Oh yeah, I always do this one big because it will fit better.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Like, of course, not this
Give
choppy,
Give
but,
it a go.
but just more.
Just do that and see what it looks like.
Yeah, it's kind of more just like like where it fills up the whole thing.
Yeah, do that and then just have that be on. Layer it. So have like
Mhm.
the stone of the outside area bit at the bottom, and then just layer on wood in the rooms, and you'll be fine.
Mhm.
I think.
Yeah. And if obviously not going to be below water because that would actually flood the place.
Yes.
Or would a bit of some flooded sections be cool? Maybe not. I don't know.
Oh no, you should do. Oh, do you mean in the water?
Yeah, like kind of like I was thinking like this area you see, like where it's like really marshy and it's got like the shrubs and stuff.
Oh, give it a go. I mean, it's all about experimentation.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fine. Well, I can also edit points too, so if I really want to, I can kind of give the thing. It's just more what's called having that like smooth transition where it's not just literally like a jagged line, like that. Yeah, I'm sure we'll figure it out. But yeah, no, this is just really. This is honestly just a lot of fun. Just to
Make maps is fun.
make some maps and goof around. And of course, this is just for everybody's sake. Having a good visual when we're playing tomorrow. Ooh, chunky. So yeah, I think for now, I think we can hold off on the floor for just a second. I kind of want to do like the steps and stairs and stuff. Just to real quick. Let's see. I think it'd be the object tool. Yeah. Let's see. Go from pillars to stairs. Or maybe not. Oh, what the? There we go. That's... Alright, here we go. I found them. I wonder why there was a whole bunch of space bars on there.
Nice.
Maybe I accidentally had stuff open. Oh, you know what it might... Yes, that's what it is. It's because when I'm dragging and dropping the stuff, it's let's see.
Oh, yeah.
I hold space to move around. And
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
That's what it is. Right.
Wop wop wop. Okay.
Wow, wow.
Yeah, which is funny because I'm clicking off it, obviously, but for some reason it's not. Maybe if I do it like this, nope, that just, nope, and it still does it too. All right. So we got the stairs, and let's see, what would be a good stair to match this kind of grimy dungeon or grimy ruined castle, you know? Because we got.
I mean, can you change the colours of them, or are they set coloured ones?
No, you can change the color.
I think they're set, aren't they?
It looks like
Well,
you can change.
no, it would be red already if it would allow you to.
Hmm.
Yeah. No, okay. Some of them are just as they are. But I think that one's good. You just need to change the scale of it.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Looks like it. Yeah.
You can't change the colour of that one. It's fine.
Yeah, I can scale it
But
though.
yeah, just change the scale and.
Well, I'm sure there's smaller ones too. Let's see.
What? Yeah. I mean, the scaling is usually fine. But...
Yeah, no, scaling is usually the better one. Yeah. Okay. So, and also I can flip it. I think if I hold A, right? Yeah. So that gives it a bit. Yeah. So let's see. I think maybe let's try 75. And we'll do. Nope, still a little.
That one needs to be more like
50. Yeah.
Or something,
there we go.
55. Yeah.
And it would
is
probably
it the right
be
way around?
This way, I think.
Yeah, it needs to be that way around. Yeah.
Or hold on, is the lighter part the higher or the darker part the?
Darker part's the lower.
Yeah, because we're looking at.
So I'm misreading the arrow. I thought the arrow meant up, but no.
Yeah, if you look at it like this, you know.
Yeah.
See, this one has the board, this one doesn't, but. Yeah, just leave it like there. And then yeah, that one goes down, I think, right? Yeah. I think this is the right way. How the arrows, yeah. However the arrows work, because you see this one goes up. And like it's like a really long curve because it's...
Arrow is the direction the party will go, but you just have to guess based on the shading of the stairs if that means up or down.
Yeah, I mean it's stairs, you know, people figure it out, I guess, but so let's see, like there we go, and then I mean it doesn't have to be perfect, you know, as long as the general idea is still there. That way people can then we have this. That's actually a bit too small. Let me go back to 75. I think that one... Yeah, that actually looks pretty good. Anything like that?
That's right.
Yeah, alright. And then we have this one too, looks like. This one actually might be a bit smaller. That's 0.7. Actually, try this one and give it 0.5. No. 0.6. Yeah, there we go. Alright. And I don't know how we're gonna do this one right here. That one's just a bit...
do you have... Trying to think if there's a way you can merge two together to make a bend, but I'm not sure if you will.
I probably could. Let's see. But...
Give it a go.
let's see. Oop. I mean, that kind of works.
Put it on under instead of over. It'll work.
Oh, under?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's not perfect. No, maybe not.
Bleh.
That's a shame.
Not really like a smooth curve, you know. It's
Nah, just do a single staircase. It doesn't need to be exact.
Oh, how about this? How about this?
Oh yeah, if you have the, if you do it with that, maybe. It is going out the window a bit.
No, I thought I could. Let's see, maybe if I do it under.
If you need to, just do a straight one. It's not a massive thing, is it?
No, it's true. Just, I mean, that kind of. No, that doesn't look right.
No, it's not. It's not great.
Yeah, I think just one like this is fine. It goes up like there. Yeah. It doesn't have to be pretty. Just like as long as the party knows that it goes, or maybe like that. Huh. How about if I do like over? Maybe if I oh wait, what? Where was this one from? Hold on. If I do it like this,
Not bad.
then like this, and then like this. What do you think?
It's better than the first attempt. It's just a shame about the shading, how it's
Yeah, yeah.
It's up to you. I think one would be more than serviceable and it'd look alright.
Yeah. No worries. We'll figure. I think just having just this one right here is fine.
Yeah. You can just say it does curve, but it's just above the ground floor, so you can't see it.
Yeah.
Like that.
Oh, and then the spiral staircase over. Boop. All right. Well, I think we got the layout more or less thing, and don't forget to save.
Oh yeah. Yeah, save.
All right, so we have that kind of covered there, and I think you did say like whether or not to do like all 3 floors or just just do like.
It's up to you. I mean, do you think the players would climb and go to the like top floor at all?
If anything, they might try to like go to the top floor and like work their way down, or they might.
Yeah, I mean the top floor's not actually that big because it's just like the towers. I think. Oh no, wait, there's 3 floors, aren't there? And then
there's 3 floors, and then there's the basement. Yeah.
I mean, it's up to you. Do you think the cultists would do much up there?
Actually, it specifically says that like that's kind of like where their like bunks are, I guess, and also there's like this one haunted tower that they kind of like boarded up. That even they're like.
Yeah, then I would do it.
Yeah.
At least
just in case.
the basic sort of layout you've got like here.
Oof.
The other floors aren't very tall, or very. There's not much to them, so it shouldn't be too bad.
Actually, let me save, and then I'll like rename it like to floor 1 and stuff like that. But
well, no, if you go to, you know, the 3 switches thing I showed you earlier that had
oh yeah.
I can't remember what I showed you it for, but on that menu there's something called levels. I think it's called
Level. Yeah. Oh, you can do
levels settings.
You can
do so. If you go level settings, you can make multiple like floors.
I did not know that.
And then when you go to export things, you can export one of the floors separately. It's good. It's good for, and also you can compare the levels. So if you're doing a multi-storied building, you can trace the previous floor's walls.
I did not know that at all. Wow.
Very handy.
Like for real. That's. Holy cannoli! That is really.
Holy no.
I mean, shoot, that just saves me so much extra time, and like I could even, uh, I can work out with like how I did like the other, kind of like castle or like battlements they did is I had the uh the first floor, or the second floor obviously, and then like outside I had the map from the first floor like below, but like kind of like blurred out of focus, like so like they can kind of like see.
Yeah, you could do that.
Yeah, that's what I did last time, is what I'm saying, and
Yeah.
it had a nice effect, just like that kind of touch ups after you export it, just in fact, actually, what when I think about it, I don't even need this picture over here that I have in the corner.
Yeah, you would need that.
Just
Yeah.
Just because we have this, the whole time.
Whole thing. Whole
Mhm.
shebang.
The whole shebang. So, I mean, like, yeah. I guess the other thing we might need is, like, the placements of everybody, that are going to be there. Nudge, nudge, hint, hint.
Yes. You probably need to work out where they're all,
Mm-hmm.
and also where the final fight will be,
Mm-hmm.
if you choose a location ahead of time.
I think that's up to the players, to be honest.
True. I mean, they would, if there was an alarm raised, they would move, as you said, they would move everyone somewhere to try and get them out.
Yeah.
Perhaps the room with the escape option.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Load the
You could have
catapult.
that sort of be like the final. Yeah, exactly. Put them on the catapult. Problem solved.
Just.
Party can't outrun a catapult.
Mm-hmm. Or they can't catch a catapult.
Yeah. Just me.
No, I'm just saying random stuff so they don't. If anybody just happens to be watching or watch the VOD after.
Oh no, you've got 5 viewers, mate. You're doing all right.
Oh yeah, I mean, hey, 5 viewers is a
One
lot
of
for me.
them's me, but
Still, 5 viewers is a ton. That's. I really can't, say enough that. Even one viewer, that's still a huge deal for me.
yeah. I mean, they all do be doing a little lurk, but they might be listening.
Yeah, I mean, lurkers
Still
are
supportive, or-
completely valid.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm a lurker. I lurk on Hammer streams pretty much every time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just put a stare right there. All right. Oh, I do wonder how I'm gonna do a party, like a whole party token. Obviously, if anybody is a, what's it called?
I have one. I have one I used in Tomb Annihilation. I wonder if I still have it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, if somebody breaks off, I just
It's
like
up to you
place
if you
their
want to
token.
use it, but. Oh, did I lose it? Unless it's on my old Tomb Annihilation.
It's no pressure. Like, again, we're still just trying to figure it out.
Nah. I just for the first one I made, I literally took like the Dungeons and Dragons logo grounded and just put it in a token.
Oh, that's
Well,
actually really.
If the party have a symbol,
They have a like a group name, but they don't actually have a symbol. That actually is really good. Like to have like the D&D logo as like the main party symbol. But I guess if they had like a logo, like the whole Vox Machina has like that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't call it like a D20. Well, I think it is a D20, right?
Yeah, I think it's a D20, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like a little embellishment on it, but
I mean, if you ask the party if they want to have a symbol, I'm sure they'd. I bet Hammer would think of one.
Oh yeah. No, they. Well, Hammer is busy with his own stuff. I really
he's
try
still
not to
got
bother him a lot. I mean, of course, I'll send him the odd meme or two, but
Fair enough.
the yeah, this brown really, this like really gives you know like that muddy swamp water. It's like really good.
Oh yeah, it's nice.
Hmm. Which makes sense, you know, the previous occupants were frog people, you know.
Hmm.
Yeah, no, this is looking really nice. I really, this has just been really good, relaxing, fun. It helps, you know, that my family is out of the house and I
Oh, are they?
can do this. You know,
Yeah.
I probably would have been doing something else given the opportunity, but this is still really nice and relaxing and just overall some stress free. You know, I wouldn't even call it work because work. It's kind of like I say, like if you're enjoying
Yeah,
something,
it's
it's
like a hobby.
yeah. If you're enjoying something, it's not work.
Yeah.
Let's see, and give it there. Yeah, kind of wish there was a
Oh,
bit.
maybe the. Ah, no, no.
What was
I
that,
was about
buddy?
to say it could be Lura pseudo dragon. I just completely. I was just gonna say the symbol could be like Lura pseudo dragon, but I completely forgot that Lura's in prison. Um. Hmm.
There we go. Yep.
I'll just find a dragon head symbol. I'm sure I can.
Yeah, that's a little bit cliche too. You know, like the whole D&D and dragons. Like,
Yeah.
hey, I,
Unless you just do make it like a D20.
yeah, but that's also cliche too. Everything's been done before.
Wow, true.
Simpsons did it. Simpsons did it.
Simpsons did it exactly.
But I hope it doesn't seem like you know like a Lura is like the main character or anything like that. It just so happens that
Nah.
it actually was Hammer's idea, and to have like the whole kidnap plot, and you know
Yeah.
to be the you know like they had just finished the big, you know, essentially the campaign that the pre-made campaign that we had done, and Hammer was like, okay, I want to swap characters, but I want to do like a little like you know thing where Laura gets you know kidnapped, and that ended up being you know obviously the party wasn't just gonna take that sitting down. They're obviously gonna go look for their friend, and it just kind of led to its own little natural progression to a.
I think I think it's fine for a character to become the central part of the plot for a bit.
Hmm.
And to be honest, it sounds like it's going to happen with your party purely because I think a lot of the party are just there to chill and not really put a huge amount of effort in. Not to like say oh they're lazy, not at all, no. But
Mm-hmm.
it's just like they're not there to go really hard. They're here to chill and hang out with friends and
Yeah,
have a good time and enjoy the experience.
which is still a good time by all you know like they I do ask them like hey are you sure you don't want me to you know like bring you a bit more you know spotlight on this too you know and they're like no I'm good just
No, you're good.
yeah exactly and you know as long as they're having fun and they're not you know being bored
Oh
you know
yeah, they wouldn't turn up if they weren't.
mm-hmm. Yeah but yeah this is looking like we got the general layout I
Looking
think
nice so far.
yeah I think the Bollywog camp gonna have like pretty much like smashed up and stuff, you know.
Oh yeah, so have it be like the castle used to be owned by Bollywogs and the cult just killed them all and took it, something like
Mm-hmm.
that.
Yeah, well,
Any
if we're going by
explanation?
the whole Cult of the Dragon or Tomb of was it Rise of Tiamat? Or
Dragon Horde or
yeah,
something?
Dragon Horde. Yeah,
Or the
whatever
Dragon
they
Queen?
whatever they call like the combined set of like the three adventures. Like uh the
Ah,
Bollywogs
yeah.
were kind of like I wouldn't say like minions. It's just more like mutual
Being
benefactors or
used.
something like that being used yeah essentially to
Yeah, I
they
mean, I think
were
did the Bollywog leader steal something that was gonna like really piss them off? Though
yeah
can't remember.
and yeah and he was just like this really like self important like frog with like a hat just because uh
He had a fish hat.
he had a fish hat yeah just because he knew like like level 1 magic, and that like makes them like a god because like they're basically like frog people, and like
Yeah.
like literally like he had like a thing where it's like at night he would go to his like inner sanctum, and like the frog's like, oh, he's probably like doing this really important stuff, and he's just in his like little room, like kind of trying to flip through magic books that he got from like the library, but he literally does not understand a single thing about him, but he's like he sure is
magic books, right.
yeah he's
so I just remembered Rosa is probably a wizard, right?
Rose, she is a bard.
Not Rose, not
Yeah.
Rosa. But...
Oh, Giselle?
no, sorry, the a character that's in the castle
Mm.
is likely a wizard, right? Will
Likely,
they have
yeah.
a spell book? That's the question. I mean, they'll have to have a spell book because they're a wizard, but
That is a good question. Yeah.
because of course any spells she has could be learned by. Which could be a good reward, to be fair, for like beating whatever's in this place.
Yeah, if they manage to beat them versus like they escape,
Yeah. Oh yeah, of course.
Actually, how does that work? Like with the arcane focus and spell books, that.
So wizards need a arcane focus to cast their spells, and they memorize the spells they have each day. So they don't need the book to cast spells, but each day they need the book to know what spells they cast.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense. So like they can live without their book, but they could never really change their spells if they lost their book, and they couldn't learn new spells and such.
Yeah, where it's like druids or whatever, like they have to like basically like refresh them daily, but they can swap them out however they want on their own. I think.
Yeah.
And they get the whole magic system debate, but yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's definitely something. I think I'm trying to again like we talked about like the hidden compartments in that one spot, like how there was a dagger in the original module, but like well,
Still
what
thinking
if
of those sort of things.
yeah, well, what if there's like 5 different compartments, but like they're each one's like a little different puzzle, but it's just little things like that. And I wish, I wish I had more time, but, like, obviously we're doing this stuff, like, literally the day before, but...
I mean, you've got all of tomorrow, I hope, right? Because it's Sunday.
Yeah, it starts at 3 p.m., which is...
Oh, yeah, that is quite early for you, actually.
But it's also, too, kind of like, I got school and finals and stuff, which I really should be studying for. But I'm kind of
maybe
I've kind of made my peace. I've kind of made my peace with failing classes and all that stuff. I don't want to vent and stuff. Just how really screwed up this situation I'm in has been, and I wish I had the means to just snap my fingers and be on my own and not have to worry about fighting, and could just do whatever I wanted, whether that be making D&D maps, drawing hentai, or studying for the test, without having to worry. Like, kind of like how I am right now, because no one else is home and it's peaceful and quiet. I fed the dog, and if I had laundry, I'd do laundry. Just go things my own pace and just really not have that stress of I don't want to start rambling on, but yeah, I've kind of like reached the acceptance part of grief, I guess.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I think at this point, if you think that's the case, it's best to get ready for the next stage and move on with it.
Yeah, that $5,000 debt I am gonna owe, and probably more with the interest.
Yeah,
or I
I'll
think
start working on that.
Yeah, I think my grandmother was talking to me about like emergency loans, however that works. But
well, you should still start to earn money to.
Oh yeah. After my last final on Wednesday, I think, or was it Thursday? That's when I'm just gonna be going 100% to just working, doing deliveries, doing work at my job, even though I hate it, and they don't give me more hours, even though I ask. But
yeah, you need to leave KFC. I'm gonna be real. It's a whole place.
it is a horrible place. I even send. I don't think I even sent pictures in Discord, just like how it even looked like when I worked last time on Wednesday. Let's see.
I remember. I don't know. You didn't send recent ones, but you've sent me pictures of like the sink and other places in the past. It's pretty grimy.
Let me go ahead and. Oh, Discord mobile's being a little funky. Yeah. So let me see. Just posting it in the. Yeah, the real thing is it is like flooded. I don't know if something wrong is with the ice machine or what, but there is just the entire hallway too, where it's at is just it's just got like a bunch of stagnant water, and that probably isn't healthy.
Oh, lovely. Yeah, not the best working environment.
Yeah, you like I know that's like tea and stuff, but you see like just like that black kind of festering spot on the floor, right?
Where have you sent this?
Oh, it's in the Discord server. Sorry,
in the server.
Yeah, I didn't team it to you.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. Yeah, that first picture is disgusting.
Yeah, I think it was just like the tea or whatever was just like dumped there, and like the drain is clogged, so it just like sits there.
Rot,
yeah, and then the ice machine.
Pouring. Oh god, we don't. We're literally told at work where we work is to not pour milk or any sort of.
Yeah.
Down the drains because it can stay in there and stink up the whole place.
Oh yeah, no, it smells like a sewer in the. I think they call it like the shower, where we just like have like all the cleaning supplies and all that stuff, and it is. They still haven't fixed the soap dispenser on that thing either, so we just literally have like a jug of Dawn soap, and yeah, it's. I'm kind of at my wit's end with that job, and they.
Yeah, you need to leave it.
They have just outright told me that they don't like me, so it's like.
I mean, when they trying to like, we're not outwardly doing it, but trying to get you to sort of quit at one point.
Yeah, essentially. Just because I was only being I basically they didn't need me anymore, but they couldn't like really fire me because like they still technically need me, like when I told you it was like literally just me and like one other person that did not quit when basically I'm not even kidding, the entire staff just basically quit overnight because of how poorly the managers there were being treated, and they scheduled us for like 6 out of 7 days a week, and some people I think were doing double shifts, and yeah, I stayed because one, I had just got hired, and two, because I needed the money, and I even kind of it was so bizarre, and because like I told you about like how they had like the little pizza party, even though it's like more just like kind of cheap barbecue. They're like, hey guys, good job, you really stuck it out, here's your new manager, thank you for doing a good job. The next day, okay, yeah, we're going to cut everybody's hours because the numbers are down, like literally not like the next day after, and I'm like, well, what, like didn't you just tell us that we were doing a great job? And maybe those numbers are down because we had like half the staff, like 3/4 of the staff quit, and it's just really asinine, but it's not a huge deal. Like I just keep my head down now most of the time. I don't even like talk to people, it just because I'm not in their clique.
But even if that's fine, you still, for the sake of getting better hours, should look elsewhere.
Yeah, of course. Even just like I said, like I keep my head down, don't really talk to anybody now. I just like do my job, which I mean, hey, that's what they want. I really just want to go on a lunch break. The reason why I'm so cranky is because I'm working, and I am working around food, and like it's making me hungry,
Yeah,
and I
it makes you hungry.
yeah,
Yeah.
and like I even told you, remember my manager's like, I even asked him like, hey, am I gonna go on break soon? And the manager's like, well, do you want to go on a break? I'm like, Bench, you are supposed to give me a break. I'm working the night shift, you know, like.
It's still weird to me that you have to ask for breaks. Like in my store, you just
Yeah, you're just supposed
as
to
long
give.
as there's someone to, be around,
Mm-hmm.
they're just like, yeah, just go when you need, and then just make sure there's someone there to cover it.
Yeah,
And it'll be fine.
no, they're trying to like squeeze like blood out of a rock here, you know, like because they are cutting they cut the hours to where it's like the bare minimum that they can get away with having on the job, and should I even tell you? Last time I worked on Wednesday, I they literally how it works, like, you know, like you have the register in the drive-thru and they have the register in the lobby, right?
Yeah.
Well, last time I worked, I think I ran out of, was it $1 bills or was it something else? Long story short, I I just said like, hey, my register is out here, and I think the safe had already been like closed, and she's like, okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to give you the drawer from, I'll log into there and use my drawer from the front, and I'm like, okay, she's gonna swap it out, right? You think that'd be the logical thing, right? Well, nope. She logged out, or she logged me out, logged into there on the drive-through, but she took out the register, and I had to take the orders at the drive-through, take their like credit cards or bills or whatever, run to the front of the lobby, like do like a whole little like process to get the drive-through order to the lobby register, and then pay them out there, take the change or the receipt from there, run back to the drive-through window and give it to them. On top of still having cars and stuff, like, and having to take their orders.
Yeah.
In the lobby was busy too, so I like was literally doing back and forth, like one two, like it was crazy. And eventually the lobby closed, I think like 20 minutes later, so that's when she took the register from there and put it in the drive-thru, and I used that the rest of the night. But man, it's just like really dumb stuff like that, you know. Like I get that, like if the safe was closed and stuff like that, they couldn't, you know, get more change, but like they should have stuff prepared, you know, like they should be ready for that kind of stuff. But we are just so mismanaged that like it's so, like, obviously the quality is suffering too, because, you know, like they have just I don't know how to describe it. It's definitely off. It's definitely off. Like we're technically doing the job right, but we're doing it in such a needlessly complicated way. Yeah, and I didn't mean to.
Yeah.
I really sorry. I didn't mean to ramble on.
If it helps, you go for it. But yeah, definitely you need to plan to leave that place.
Mm-hmm. I don't even know where though.
It's
like,
just not good for you mentally.
Probably somewhere.
I mean, there'll be plenty of places. I mean,
yeah, especially with summer coming up, you know, like they might have like a few openings.
Yeah, they'll be looking for summer jobs. Yeah.
Who knows? But I think I know who we can rate after we're done. But yeah, it's just it is just a crazy, crazy thing. But the important thing is that I just try to survive, I guess, you know. But this is really something that has been fun to do, and, you know, helps. Like, I appreciate just you taking your time out, you know, after work. I know you said like you were staying up anyway, but
that's all right. I'm playing War Tales on one monitor, and I've got you on the second, so I'm sort of just doing both at the same time.
Wow, Mr. I don't even know. It's just multitasking. You know, got the fancy 2-monitor setup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hadn't had a 2-monitor setup until a few months ago, and I'm very glad I did. It's very handy.
No, I do know it's very handy. Yeah, and it's you know, it's just something I don't want to go off on again. Just if I could afford another monitor, I would, because it's just that handy, you know. And I think you can even have it set up where you have like two desktops open at like different times, you know. Yeah, it's really handy.
Yeah. It's
Or
really
you can
good.
have it like
Yeah.
like just like a really long screen too. That seems like it would be fun.
If you wanted to, yeah,
Yeah.
I could do that, but I don't. I like the two separates, but
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Have you seen like that what's it called, like the gamer setup where it's got like the RGB lights and like the three monitors, and it's just like a really
yeah,
long.
there's also the huge curved monitors.
Yeah,
as well.
huge curved monitors, and like it's like one really long desktop. Yeah. But yeah, no, I think that this is coming along nicely. You've helped me a lot with this, you know, like the whole what's it called, the trace image thing, you know, that I didn't even not even.
Oh, it's so good.
Is there a way like to just like, I guess it would just be like that, right? Just turning it off and on. Like there's no.
Yeah, you just turn the opacity to 0.
Mhm.
There's no. You'd have to like remove it, re-upload it if you wanted to.
Yeah. Oh, how would I
It's just too much
how would I remove it? How would I remove it? Does it be like a?
I think it's the arrow next to the folder. I assume there's a way to do it.
Yeah, or just have it off. Yeah. Yeah, it
There's
does
a
look nice.
way.
Welcome back, Chronopolis. It's good to see you. How are you doing, sweetie? I hope you are having a lovely night, and we are just about to wind down. Yeah, I think it's definitely time for you to go to bed, hun. It's
It's only 1 a.m. I've still got 2 hours before I'm going to sleep. Maybe an hour if I'm feeling it, but
just made some baked potatoes. Ooh, it's funny. I'm a very big French fry person, but baked potatoes are just like I don't know, just little too little. I don't know if it's like much or what's word for it. It's just like you get to the toppings and like you just go through them, and then you're just left with a potato. You know, it's not really.
yeah. Yeah, I see that. One of my favorite things to do with them is to put olive oil on the roast potato / baked, and then put salt on the oil, and then put them in the oven, and it's good.
Oh, that actually sounds
Means
really
that
good.
It gives the skins a nice crunch, and also
Yeah.
the salt's nice.
That actually does sound really good.
Very nice.
Yeah, I mean, okay, let's see. You know, I guess before we do that, you told me about like the layers or like the things. So I guess like new level.
Oh yeah, you can just create a new level, and then
Uh,
each level is like its own separate map, and you can just do what you want with them.
okay, so let's do that real quick. So it's new level. I guess just say second floor. And then
cool. Yeah.
what's the? Do I clone it or should I just?
You just make a new one, and then it'll. I don't think you want to clone the ground level.
Okay, and then
You'll see why.
switch to level on creation. I guess accept.
Yeah. So, once you've clicked accept, if you see at the bottom right it says compare levels, click that and you can compare it to the ground floor, and it's like the tracing image thing, but now with the.
That's really neat.
Level.
True, in my case, I poke them, toss them in for 30 minutes.
So you can use that as a reference to everything.
Then oil and pop them in for another 30, make them nice and flaky, and mix way better with the toppings. Yeah, that does sound good. I definitely gotta try your baked potatoes from Chronopolis, because it sounds way better than the kinds they have at the restaurants here.
Yeah, I mean it's true. Once you get off the toppings, it is just a potato. That is a fair point. I eat a lot of bland food, so I'm good for that.
Yeah, and I believe that it definitely gets a lot smaller as you go up, where it's just like, you know, like I said, like the towers. It's not really.
Oh, yeah. So I mean, I've got the map at the second floor's got a bit to it, but like the third levels, there's like nothing there. There's like
it's literally just the
rooms.
top of the towers. Yeah. So I guess it would be like let's see. Let me go ahead and open up the. Oh, excuse me.
Got the hiccups.
I guess so. Oh, goodness. Oh, man. All that soda really gets to me.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. It finishes loading. Let's see. Oh, there goes. I have to refresh it. Alright, so level 2. Yeah, so that Boggywog guy.
You have the reference image for the level 2 floor. You could find that if you want.
Yeah,
I
I have it right here, but I have to save it actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, right. Yeah, just save it.
If you could just swap out the image and then for the reference and
trace image.
Yeah, just do a trace for it if you wanted to.
But like to actually upload it, it's got to be here, right? Oh. Where'd it go?
Yeah, click it. Yeah, you've got it.
Did it not work? Let's see.
Should work. Hope so.
Is the opacity not high enough? Nope. What is going on?
Oh, that's weird. It's because it only shows you for the first level. Just maybe try compare levels and it'll have swaps on there.
Oh yeah, there it goes.
Yeah. Okay, so apparently the first level actually gets that image. Whatever. That's how it works.
Wait, no, this is even... Nope, that's just what we put on the level before.
Oh.
So, why isn't it working?
Odd. Let me open up mine and see how I do it.
That is so weird.
Trace image. Oh, I clear it. Just click the, and then upload a new one. The, backwards arrow, yeah, and then just try uploading a new one.
Trace image... No, it's still not doing anything, huh? That's so weird. It's not like...
Save the file and reopen it, maybe? Sometimes things bug out.
Save? Alright. Exit. Oh.
Oh, well, just reopen it, but
yeah.
That's fine.
My bad. Alright, open.
You don't have assets, it'll forever to load. For me, that would have been a huge, make some food come back.
Yeah. Well, at least we can get a good look at how it looks right now. It's got a really good,
It looks nice. Yeah,
it does.
It looks really nice.
Mm-hmm. Just even just like this with the floor layout, it's just really, it's got that aesthetic. All right.
Yeah.
So, trace image. That's gonna be browse. Huh. I wonder if it's specifically that.
It could be the image file is buggered.
Yeah, let me try just re-uploading the first one. Yeah, there it goes, see? And then if
the first one alright? Yeah.
Yeah.
Your Discord stream stopped, so I'm just going off the Twitch stream right now, but that's fine.
Oh, the Discord stream stopped? Oh. Huh.
Yeah, because he was streaming the program and he closed it.
Ah, that makes sense.
Fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can only assume it's the image.
Yeah, it might just be the image. We can just, we can just go off of the, what's called the previous one anyway, since we have it's literally just the layout. That's all we need anyway. So.
Yeah, it's basically the same as the.
Oop.
Is it the same? No, it's a bit different actually. So E is.
All right, so it's second floor.
Why have they done that? So the official map, they've rotated.
Yeah, it's rotated. Yeah.
It's 90-degree rotation.
Yeah, it's 90-degree rotation. I don't know.
Yeah, so yeah, just copy. Yeah, just make it with a proper rotation. That's weird.
Uh-huh.
You can improve the map. You can make it look nicer.
Not have it be rotated 90 degrees.
Yeah. God knows why they've done that, but
yeah, it's gonna be a little tedious to go back and forth on it, but no, this looks really good.
It shouldn't be too bad because I mean, looking at it, literally, you're just copying the wall layout.
And honestly, it's really just the what's it called, this little got a good thing that wasn't on screen. Let's just I did not have anything open. Yeah, so there. It's rotated 90 degrees, like you said. I think to the left. But yeah, it's really just the kind of that big half circle shape, and then the little towers and kind of hallways connecting them, and then the third floor is really just the top of the towers. So it's really not too. It's not really complicated. It's just that again the scale is just huge, huge, 100.
Yeah, it's big.
Even 2, 4, 6. That's That's still 120 feet wide just for the diameter of this room, you know. But anyway,
it's a big one.
So I guess just looking at the thing is really just doing the walls and this and having like little having like little arrow slit spots too. That makes sense. Yeah, so let's go ahead and wall tool, and it was the cobblestone one. All right, and take off the snap lighting, and yeah, let's think it was. I guess just going out the thing is gonna be. Oh, I didn't even realize the music had already finished.
Oh, did it?
Yeah,
that's all right.
We've been going
it's a chill
on for
time. It's probably not as. That's it.
there's the you know those automaton things, you know, like those things look like little
automatons, yeah.
Well, they have one for the One Piece. The One Piece is real.
Of course they do.
And
of course they do.
And they have like the crying chopper, but it's a automaton.
Yeah, I think I know that. There's a channel who does tons of those for everything. And he has little animations made. They're good.
The comments are beautiful.
I bet.
The comments on the video. Now we just need to give them comically large stems.
Oh god. Yeah. Stems.
Alright. Let's see. Where is the... Oh, jeez, they have like 10-hour versions of these things.
Of course they do.
There we go, just a little bit more background music. Okay, so, okay. So we have the... one, and then all the way down here, and then can I keep it symmetrical there? Yeah. There we go. And then I think I have that right. Actually, no, I have it wrong.
Okay. Yeah.
It's actually almost exactly like to there. And then you bring it down, and then... Oh. There. I think that works. Okay. And then... to there, and then there, and then there. More or less. It doesn't have to be perfect.
No, of course not.
But just the embattlements, I think, how they say it.
Yeah.
Because it's essentially like the arrow slits, or however it... And then...
That's what I'd call them, arrow slits, yeah.
And then, like, that's literally all it is for there. And then the next building, apparently... Yeah, this is just level 2, and then the third level... Yeah, I don't know why they have it just like tilted 90 degrees. It's so needlessly
I don't know.
annoying.
My only guess is so it can be on
Fitted
an
up.
A4 piece of paper.
Yeah, maybe that's just because they fitted it on the map like that. But like instead of like being 2x2, it's like, oh, why? Dang it! Still got the hiccups.
You do.
Mm-hmm. Like they probably have like the literally how it is in the 5e tools thing. Like it's sort of like the left page is the DM version, the right page is the player version.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Just,
Just
it'll be in a book, won't it? That's exactly why.
yeah, just to fit on the thing. Which I mean, why would you have it like that? I don't know. Or maybe it's like they're separate, like player 1, 2, and then DM 1, 2. Who knows? Yeah. All I know is it's very annoying.
Well, that's the thing. I think it's because it's in a book. They have to have it fit on A4 pages, so that's why it has to be that way.
Yeah, yeah.
Can't
And if
relax
they split it on 2, it might have been like crumpled or creased in the middle. Yeah, but I think they could. It just seems, especially the third floor. They definitely could have put that on.
I know. They could have easily had that be nothing.
Yeah.
Way less room, but it was fine. It's an old book. They will learn it.
Yeah. But yeah, no, this seems really definitely going to be a bit of a... You know what I think I can do is I'm going to copy it, going to open it on Clip Studio, create new from clipboard, and then rotate it. Rotate. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, and then try putting it on for tracing.
Oh, like actually, oh yeah, I probably could do that.
Yeah, once you've rotated. And plus, if you put it in Clip Studio, you might be able to export it in an image format that it wouldn't whine about why it's not.
Yeah, let me try JPEG. Let's see, floor 2. Oh, no, that's actually 3. Shoot. Floor 3. There we go. And then let me get the second floor. Copy image. Create new from clipboard. And then rotate 90 degrees. And then save as floor 2. Yes, replace it. There we go. Alright, now that we got that, let's see if the what's it called? The trace image will work now. Hey, look at that.
Oh, cool.
That actually fits perfectly. All right.
Oh, well done. Yeah, looks great.
Okay. And I can probably just use the what's called edit point thing, right? Yeah. All tool, edit points. Yeah, I wasn't too far off, I guess.
Oh, considering you did that just from eyeballing, it's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, hey, look at this one. That was like almost dead on.
The spot on, yeah, exactly.
Just move it a bit further out. And then this one, can I delete it?
Delete it.
Yeah, I can. Alright, and then go back to the wall tool. And then just edit points.
Oh, Henopolis, redeem, save your progress. Absolutely.
Oh, yes. Thank you, Hernopolis. Love you, sweetie. Yeah, just the problem is like having all these windows open. Oh, I can even see on the stream too. Yeah, it's taking up a bit of strain on my computer, but it sure as hell beats it, you know, just crashing just from even opening it.
Yeah.
So I guess there wasn't what's it called? Yeah, I guess there wasn't a arrow slot on here.
Oh.
Alright, wall tool, and then just bring it out there, and then... There we go. Oh, yeah, I mean, look at this one. That was, like, just dead on, yeah. Yeah, not bad. I've always had a knack for eyeballing these kind of things, you know. It helps, you know, like when you're drawing with art and stuff. And then I don't think I really need to do these kind of here, because that's just more like the floor down below.
Oh yeah, if the players, because I assume you put line of sight blocking walls and stuff in Roll20.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like this is really
if the
just.
players aren't going to see it. There's no.
Yeah, this is really just so you know, like, hey, this is where the hall and
Yeah.
stuff from before was. Edit points. Oh, want this to be over. Let's see. Boop. 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 What's up? Did you sneeze?
Oh, I coughed.
Oh, cough. Mm.
I should mute my mic. Oops. You're just coughing on stream. Everyone can enjoy.
It's alright. Just making sure you're okay.
Yeah, I'm good.
Actually, is this something right here? Nope, it's just the wall. Okay. Yeah, this is like where you kind of said like we're getting that like T shape and all that stuff. It's a bit hard.
Yeah,
I wonder
it's
if
weird it doesn't let you do that.
yeah, or like have like a just like a curve tool, you know, which I guess like you can just make your own curves with all the points and stuff. Ah, man, you're coughing. I got the hiccups.
Both had it.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, you can just make your own curves. It's not too hard.
Yeah, it's have to have more points to it. Yeah.
Not even just a lot, just, you know, just give it its little... just little bits. Oh, actually, I'm doing that thing again where I'm adding more stuff. Just give the little hexagon room a little... And there we go. That's the room there. Yeah, because you don't even have like windows or anything over here, so you wouldn't even be able to see the walls.
Yeah, exactly.
Looks like there's another staircase leading up there too.
It's like video game design. If you can't see it, it doesn't exist.
Exactly. So, how's everything been with you, buddy? Have you done any more art?
No, I haven't really been drawing recently. I only drew the D stuff for the Monday game, and I've not really done much since. I should draw some more. I really should.
Yeah, no, you were doing really well. I think you could do some good art if you wanted to. It's just finding the time. I'm one to talk.
No, I have the time. I just don't have the motivation. That's really mostly why.
Yeah, I don't have the time or the motivation.
Well, there we go. But no, otherwise, I've accepted the offer I got from the college. So now, I know a voice crack. Wow, I haven't had one of those in a while. Anyway,
Maybe
so
you're a
now
bit
I'm
more
just sort of
tired than you
waiting.
thought.
Maybe. Yeah, I'm just sort of waiting on the next part. Maybe I'll learn to drive. That sort of thing.
Well,
But
just
just chill.
yeah, just take care of your business, bunny, and it'll all come to you. I'm sure I'll eventually get stuff figured out. Oh, Shadow
I
Prince.
will.
Hi, how are you doing? Thank you for the lurk,
He be
sweetie.
lurking.
Yeah, ended up going a bit longer than I thought I would be.
D&D perhaps like that.
Yeah, I definitely want to be prepared for Sunday.
Be prepared. As is the Disney song.
Yep, with the Nazi lion. Oh, can I
Nazi
say?
hyenas.
Can I say that? Oh, is my Twitch stream gonna get deleted? I mean, that's essentially what the imagery was.
It's in a context. It's
Yeah.
not...
That literally what was the imagery was supposed to invoke. Like they literally had them marching, like one leg up or paw at a time. And like exactly how the German soldiers were doing. Like it's.
No, exactly. Even the side look.
Uh-huh.
Was
So.
definitely on there.
Mm.
But no, I think you're fine to say it as long as it's being used in a non you're that word.
Yeah,
But
of
even
course,
then,
of
I'm
course.
not I'm not gonna say it.
Mhm, mhm.
But
Okay, I think that's... Oh, got one more wall right here. Can you imagine just having a giant hole in the wall?
yeah, why not?
Yeah. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Again, like, because, there's just a solid brick wall right here, there's a solid brick wall right here, there's no...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They won't see through it.
Uh-huh.
Just need to remember all the pillars and stairs and such.
Mm-hmm. Oof. Felt like I needed to stretch
Good
a bit.
stretch.
Yeah. Like, when you feel like your joint's gonna pop, but...
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Did they
Still,
pop or were you
nope.
denied?
Denied, yeah.
Ah.
I guess I'm still a little stiff from, doing the yard work.
Yeah.
Let's see. Pillar. Nope. Let's see. I think I scaled them down to like 75? Or what was it? Yeah, I think that was it. There we go. Oh. Oh no, I don't think I scaled these right. Oh no. Wait, no.
It doesn't need to be perfect. The party I'm going to alternate between the two maps, like use different size.
Mhm.
Fine.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's not terribly off. I think. Wait, didn't I have like compare floors and stuff on? Oh, maybe that's what I.
You've got compare levels on at the moment, yeah.
So let's see if I.
You can change the.
So yeah, actually no, it seems more or less right. Yeah, okay. It's not completely off. Yeah, it's just like you can kind of see just a little bit here with the thing.
Don't worry about it.
Okay. Fine.
It's on two separate maps anyway. They're not going to notice that sort of thing.
Yeah. But I'll notice. I will know. Okay, well that's essentially the layout. Oh, let me go ahead and do the
nice.
see floor 2 one second. Just so I can get like all the chairs and stuff where they need to be. Oh yeah, I was way off. Oh well. It's fine. It's fine. They're not gonna notice it's like up square off.
No, they won't. I think doesn't it have to load the map anyway? So there's like the separation.
Okay, object tool, and it was the pillar. Yep. Then it was here, 75. Yeah, that's how I noticed, because the pillar was like off the alignment.
Oh, right.
Yeah. And then right here. And then the stairs. Stairs. There we go. And then that would basically be going this way. Oh, no, these are actually way smaller. Yeah. To half the size. There we go. Let's see, I guess this way. Blah. Blah.
Wow.
So, like that way, okay. And then this is the second floor, right? Yeah, it should be. Yeah. Alright, was a little worried there for a second. That was on the wrong layer. That's happened to me a few times.
Every program. What was that?
Okay, just make sure I get these right. Yeah. Boop. And boop. And boop. Do 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 do. Dun 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 dun. Hang on. Oof, man, this one actually is kind of bad.
They're not going to notice if it's off a little bit. Don't worry. And unless, are you planning? As you said, you were planning to have the lower level be like fuzzed out, weren't you?
Yeah, it's not gonna be too bad of a. Again, if I can edit it out. I can edit it to where it's not gonna be like really skewed, but it's just more the grid line. There we go. Well, I guess even this one too is kind of.
The original map wasn't on a grid properly. Otherwise it would have just followed the grid, but.
Yeah, I'll just leave it like that then. Yeah. I need to stop worrying. Just believe in myself. Ah, add. Ah, so many ads. Bleh.
Ads?
Yeah, because that's why I have YouTube. That's why I have the music on.
Oh, right, of course.
Mm-hmm. It's not a big deal, but... okay, so we have... Oh, looks like... Let's see, it was like... I think like that, right? Yeah. And then... I guess a door? Yeah. I forgot I had doors. Oh well.
To add doors, just draw a wall, and you can use that door tool to
Yeah.
the door on if you want.
Yeah, that's right. They use the wall and then a door tool. That's right. So actually, then I'm doing those things wrong. I'll figure it out eventually. Yeah. I think I've sort of got this figured out. Then, do you think now would be a good time to call it? Been going on for about 2.5 hours now.
Yeah, it's up to you. It's your stream, my guy. But you could definitely do the other stuff off stream.
Of course. Just...
It's up to you.
I guess I'm just getting a bit tired and a bit hungry for dinner.
Well, I'm getting a bit peckish as well.
It's like
Maybe
2 a.m.
it's a
for
good sign
you.
then if we're a bit hungry. Hey, I got home from work like, what, 2 hours ago, right? That's about the time people would have their dinner.
Oh, and of course, the second I mention ending stream, people like, I gotta stop worrying about the numbers, but I wish I wish I had the ability of other VTubers to, you know, say that they're gonna end stream or raid somebody and like manifest like 5 more people versus like me saying I'm gonna raid my friend and like it drops down to 1. It's all good though. So we have a few options. There is Lin Chan. They are a VTuber I know. They streaming again after a long time. There's also there's a few people, but I think I rated Chunky last time, so I'm gonna hold off on rating them. But Lin hasn't streamed in a while, so I want to raid them. And so I'll do /raid Lin Chan 111, I think, right? Let's see. Yeah, Lin Chan 111. I don't know if the capital matters. I'm gonna tick it off just in case. Alright. Raid Lin Chan 111. There we go. Alright. And they are a Neko VTuber. They are a Sweet Bean, and they definitely deserve some love. They don't stream a lot, but I do consider them. I think we're on. I wouldn't say friend, but we're on good terms. They've helped me out a few times, and yeah. So we're gonna send them some love, and I think since they're playing Red Dead Redemption, the raid message will be Yeehaw Raid. So it's gonna be Yeehaw Raid and then Cool Cat, because everybody loves Cool Cat.
I've got the profile picture ready.
There you go. So that's the Yeehaw Raid. For everybody who wants to, we can.
You said hee-haw, not
Oh,
yeehaw.
oh, yeehaw. Sorry, Yeehaw Raid. And then Cool Cat, because Cool Cat is awesome.
Cool Cat is cool.
Alright. Control C. Okay, that's our message, everybody. We're gonna raid Lin. The thing's about to stop already. The timer's about to go out. Love you. Bye-bye. Mwah.